Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Most Excellent 80s Movies Podcast. Want to skip those ads and get early access? Become a member at truestory.fm/join and discover all the other great perks that come with it. Welcome to the Most Excellent 80s Movies. It's the podcast where a filmmaker, comedian, and their hilarious guests punch our way through the movies of the 80s that we think we love or might have missed with these our grown-up eyes. And today we're talking about Above the Law, a movie selection from 1988, about which Letterboxd says, "He's a cop who believes no one is above the law. Nico Toscani is an Italian immigrant, American patriot, ex-CIA agent, aikido specialist, and unorthodox Chicago policeman. He is also committed to his job as he is to his personal brand of justice, expert and thorough bone crushing."
Steven Seagal
is Above the Law. Yeah, that description tells you nothing about the movie, which is what I felt I knew at the end of the movie, which
the movie
was
also
nothing.
Doesn't tell you anything about the movie.
I think that tagline should have been just, "He's a cop who believes he's above the law," or believes no one, period. Also, he definitely the whole time believed he was above the law. The whole time.
100%. I saw this movie more like Highlander, to where the hero and the villain are both above the law and only one can live.
Yeah. Very much.
Oh my God.
I'm Krissy Lenz, one of the directors and a performer at the Neighborhood Comedy Theater in downtown Mesa, Arizona.
And I'm Nathan Blackwell, an independent filmmaker from Phoenix, Arizona.
And joining us today is an infrequent guest, but someone we talk about frequently. He is the other director from the Neighborhood Comedy Theater in downtown Mesa, Arizona, as well as a performer and a doer of all things and a boss of Chiba Hut. He is Dorian Lenz.
Wow, I'm so glad to be here. And boy, am I glad that this is the movie that I decided to jump in and join you guys for.
Well, you know why we tapped you is because no one else wanted to do it.
Also,
well, that I get.
What's not in the introduction is that you're also married to Dorian.
Oh, yes, that's true. Married for 26 years to Dorian.
I figured that was a given based on our last names. We are not brother and sister.
Yeah, we're not brother and sister.
Not
that
like Luke and Leia,
gross.
more like Han and Leia.
Yes. But you are a frequent victim of these movies, Dorian, and now you finally get to say what you think of one. We haven't had you on since Child's Play.
I know, and I wish we were watching Child's Play again. You guys, I started out with the best intentions of taking like tons of notes and like writing stuff down. I had my notepad out. I started taking notes. And then I just stopped. I had to stop after my last note, which was like, I don't know what's happening.
My typical thing is I do it I take my notes on a legal pad, and it's a victory if I can just get all my notes on the front page of the notepad. But usually what happens is in the first half hour, I fill up half of the notepad or the sheet. And then the rest of the movie is the other bottom half.
Oh, right. No.
But that's typical. It's
copious notes.
Well, you're a little more of the railroad track that has to keep us going.
Yeah, you know? It's true.
I would like to just point out my last note that I wrote for myself was, I'm going to stop taking notes.
But so we've talked a little bit about this, Nathan, but you're a Jean-Claude Van Damme guy.
Look, if we have to take sides,
We do.
if we have to do Schwarzenegger versus Stallone, I'm a Schwarzenegger man.
I am with you.
If we have to do Seagal versus Van Damme, I am 100% Van Damme.
Okay, me too. But you've seen Steven Seagal movies before.
Yeah, I Under Siege for sure.
Okay.
And which is a good movie.
Yeah, that one's solid. And then I've seen him in other stuff, but I don't know if I've seen him in an end-to-end movie that I willingly watched. I mean, I might have seen The Glimmer Man, and then tons of it is just clips of him throughout the years.
Right, just being aware of his existence.
Yeah.
That's me. It's just like being vaguely aware of his existence and
filtering,
and I've never seen a Steven Seagal movie ever in my life. I've never seen Under Siege. I've never ever seen him do anything. So this was an eye-opening experience for me. Was it I should have looked it up. Is this his first movie or
yes,
this is his first film. Yeah.
Yeah, this is him coming out of the gate pretty strong, I have to say. In terms of a non-actor now acting,
Right.
Because there were a lot of these. It's like, oh, we've got to establish our new action hero brand, with all these different heroes, and there's a ton that we don't talk about because they never hit it,
Right.
And then there's and then we all know the famous ones, who we've just mentioned, including Chuck Norris.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Chuck Norris is way more what I have to compare him to. It's like...
Yeah, I don't even think I would put him in the Van Damme category. I would probably put him more in the Chuck Norris category of actor, right?
As in like legitimate martial artist who is now becoming a actor.
Right. I actually had a run. This is back when I used to work at Blockbuster Video. One of my favorite things to do would be to rent one actor's entire catalog of things.
Ooh,
I did go on a Steven Seagal run.
Journey?
Starting, not this one, but like starting with Odyssey? Under Siege, Executive Decision, Glimmer Man, Fire Down Below. I saw all of those, and so he's really great in Under Siege, and then he is very much, for me anyway, diminishing returns as he goes. But boy,
I feel like Under Siege was like it's like him and Van Damme had these smaller movies, and then at some point they had like a breakout mainstream movie, and they kind of elevated from straight to VHS video store to now in the mainstream, and Under Siege was that for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm sure Under Siege is great, but like, who saw this movie and was like, let's give this guy more to do?
So I read I don't know how accurate this is, but I read a Wikipedia entry that said that Michael Ovitz, who is like the founder of Creative Artists Agency, Seagal was his aikido instructor. And he's like, I'm going to make you a star. And that's how this all started.
And it worked.
It worked.
It worked.
He did it.
Okay, but we have to talk about this movie. And
do we have to talk about the movie?
All right, go ahead. About this movie.
It's the only for another half hour.
Okay.
Only for just for a little bit. Sorry, but it starts out with him like telling his whole life story about how he.
It's a bold move to start with baby pictures. It's like
of Steven Seagal, baby pictures of actual Steven Seagal.
Yeah, and he was a very cute baby. Like, I have to say, like, you can tell it's Steven Seagal in the pictures. But it's like, I was born and we moved to America, and it's like, shit, is that where we're starting? Damn.
This is the world's longest backstory. Continue.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
but
They're laying the foundation of the epic, of the legend.
Yes, the legend and they sort of bookend it because at the end he starts telling his story to the senator's crew. But he's like, I went to a party and a drunk guy invited me to be part of the CIA, and I'm like, is that how it works?
Yeah, and likewise, when he's fed up with all the corruption in the CIA, he just says, "I'm out of here." It's like, oh,
And
that's how the
walks
military
away.
works.
Yeah, you get in when a drunk guy at a cocktail party is like, you look like CIA material, and you get out when you just walk into the jungle.
Guys, can I get a ride?
Can someone pick me up? I think there's a predator out here.
Yeah, I love the idea that like the CIA is in desperate need of people that are good at aikido. You know, we need aikido experts, not people who are good at interrogation or like spy stuff. Specifically, aikido experts.
Yeah, well, I love these action heroes that are also presenting like a brand new brand, and they bring with them their martial art with them. You know,
sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of like Van Damme always having to do the splits, and like I think he did like Taekwondo, but this was a lot more of like, no, here is aikido. Here is something you don't know about.
But I mean, for all the aikido that he does in the beginning when he is like explaining to us that he became a Japanese aikido legend, he doesn't seem to do much. It's a lot of guns the rest of the movie. It's not a lot of him aikidoing people. And I think there should have been more of him aikidoing people. He's frequently surrounded by up to 20 guys. And he takes them all out.
Right.
But unlike in the beginning when he's showing off his skills where he's just like swatting people in the face and knocking them down. You can't see, but I'm swatting people in the face right now and knocking them down. Later he just shoots them.
Right. Well, that is part of the kryptonite of aikido. It's a great martial arts, but
it's
bullets.
The gentle art. It's exactly. It's all about aikido is all about redirecting your enemy's energy.
Right. And it's really hard to redirect your enemy's bullets. So
it's the compromise that any of these martial arts has to make at some point. Just like in Gymkata, like he couldn't solve everything with that like gymnast horse, those
the
bars,
pommel horse,
the pommel horse in the alley that he found. He had to solve his problems other ways too, in the middle of the forest.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's so much mullet in this movie. Like
there's a guy whose only persona is just a giant mullet.
Yeah, but there are so many mullets. It made it hard to keep track of who was who.
He was Boss Mullet.
Right.
Yeah. Boss mullet, and then there was baby mullet.
Just a bunch of henchmen, like lower level mullets.
Yeah,
you had like a level 8 mullet and then like several level 4 mullets.
It's to visually distinguish them.
You can't. It makes them all look the same. I was like, who's this mullet guy? Who's that mullet guy? Is that the main bad guy or is that a henchman? I couldn't tell. And I had such a hard time with this movie because of all the mullets.
Yeah.
Well, and the plot doesn't help.
No, the plot doesn't help you at all.
The plot doesn't help anyone.
I do believe, though, towards the end of the movie, Steven Seagal actually reframes the whole plot for us, right? He has like just so you guys all know where we're at in this movie.
I wrote down, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just I said out loud, thank you for sharing that.
I wrote down 1 hour and 12 minutes, so that's 72 minutes into a 100-minute movie. The villain voices what they're going to do, and I wrote down, so that's what they're up to. And
Right.
I don't know if I missed it. I
Yeah.
don't know if I was going to
You
the
didn't miss
restroom.
it. Nope,
Yeah.
you didn't miss it. That's
But yeah, the
at
bad
that
guys-
moment when he's interrogating Tomasino.
Yeah.
That's when he reveals their plot. And
Which
I
is-
was like, shit,
I-
this is all about that? What?
Yeah. I mean, I'm the general framing of the story. It's like, oh, the CIA people think they're above the law, and
We have a title.
We got a title, and they're going to like assassinate a senator. But and I don't hate the idea of them revealing a big major plot point 20 minutes before the end of the movie. But the movie is just kind of a jangly bag of moments and scenes of him getting information, him being above the law and using excessive force from one scene to another. Yeah,
straight up killing people, shooting
in the
men
name
in the
of
street.
avenging the little guy. Like his whole thing is that he is there to defend and avenge the little person. He is a man of the church, he's a man of family, and they honestly do a pretty good job of him and his like ties to the community and his wife and his baby and his friends, and he's like a real man of the community and looking out for the old ladies, and then just beating the living crap out of everyone, breaking into people's houses. He really is the one that is above the law.
Right. This movie is about him.
Yeah.
He's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Well, and his partner is Pam Grier, and she's always
awesome.
like, she's awesome. And she's always like, we're going to end up in jail. And he's like, what do you mean? And she's like, yeah, what we're doing is illegal. You're illegally wiretapping.
So the
we're
movie
go
knew.
to jail.
The movie knew. It wasn't.
Yes.
Pam Grier was our voice of reason that didn't get listened to in any way, shape, or form ever, and it cost her getting shot.
Yeah. She gets shot. She lives. I was like, if they kill Pam Grier, I'm out.
Yes.
You guys, Sharon Stone is in this movie.
Yeah, that was wild.
In a tiny part.
Yeah, baby Sharon Stone. This movie, I think there were some similar movies where you have just some rock star ladies, supporting this cardboard actor. Like, okay, so in all fairness, for his debut film, he does a real good job, I thought.
Yeah.
You think so?
I mean, I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I mean, when you think that he's only been a martial arts instructor, like there's a couple of scenes where he doesn't crash the car. Like he does well, I thought. Against my own I'm not a big Seagal fan, but I mean, I have to give props to him. He does a fine job.
Yeah, I've seen worse actors for sure who've like ruined
Who?
pieces.
Name one. Who's worse?
Like local productions. He is believable. But my favorite thing is I'm watching this movie as his first movie. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
they found like. I'm now talking about Under Siege because this like very what do you call it, like very minimal. He's got that Bruce Willis energy to his like acting, right? Not a lot of emoting, not a lot of expressiveness.
It's almost like the Clint Eastwood school of acting.
Yeah. They found him a spot. He works really well in Under Siege. Everything makes sense there because he's just a chef who wants to be left alone.
Well,
he's a chef with a past who wants to be left alone.
I wish there was some of that energy in this. of him like reluctantly stumbling into this instead of
Right.
running headlong into the fact that he is breaking the law over and over and over again right from the jump. He's at his baby's christening party, and an old lady he knows is like, my granddaughter's gone again, and he leaves his son's christening party to go find this young lady who's like smoking crack in a flop house. And that's where the plot gets going. The guy from the bar at the beginning is the main scene at the end.
He's King Mullet. That's King Mullet.
King Mullet. And when he came back again, I was like, wait, what? So that truly was the beginning of all this?
That was actually part of the plot?
Yeah.
Because I do not remember. I remember King Mullet being at the beginning, and I remember King Mullet being at the end. But why he was there, I could not tell you.
Yeah.
And he kept saying, I told you you'd never be the man. I told you you'd never be the man.
Some action movies keep their stories a secret. And
from everybody.
And what we really realize is that the story is not about specific plot, but it's about the nature of the villains preying on people and the good guy having to defend and avenge them.
Right.
And unfortunately, that's what this movie is about. It's not about the plot of them killing the senator. That's just like the most heightened escalation of these bad guys preying on little people.
Yeah, and it's the same bad guys as they were in Vietnam when he walked away because of their unethical interrogation.
I quit the military.
Yeah.
I'm walking home from Vietnam.
Yep. Because they, historically just let people leave Vietnam if they didn't agree with the politics, of course, as we all know. And it's the same waxy-faced man who is the main bad guy. And
Henry Silva.
That, to me, was the biggest stretch of the imagination. And he has his friend, Fox, who's the guy who apparently was like, yeah, get out of here, whose name is Chelsea Ross. And they're the same guys. So do we like that as like a full circle moment that he gets to have, or do we, like me, just find that
it just wasn't? The problem was that their initial interactions just wasn't very interesting or emotional.
No,
yeah,
I would say the same thing.
Honestly, like, we had more of a visceral experience with King Mullet in that first bar scene than any of the other kind of mustache twisting, twirling bad guys.
Mullet twirling.
And then these other guys just felt like plot filler, but like backstory.
Yeah. Yes. But he sure does kill a whole bunch of them. There's so many times when he is surrounded in the street by a gang of thugs, and he one time there's a machete fight and he cuts off a dude's hand and then wrecks a poor guy's store.
Hold on, wait. That man, that was a note I wrote down. That man died from having his hand cut off. He killed him. He killed him dead.
Yeah. The man died from having his hand cut off.
A classic aikido move.
Yeah. When he gets confronted, but I have to say, there's a foot chase where he runs, and I was almost like, he runs like a weirdo.
So I feel like this has been covered on How Did This Get Made, but we have to talk about how he runs.
Yeah.
I don't remember. So I'm hoping so there's a story that Tom Cruise is the pinnacle of action movie runners.
He is the peak. Yeah.
He is the apex. And there was someone else, I forget who, was in a recent movie, and they asked Tom Cruise what was the secret to movie screen running. And he said, run and then film yourself running and see how it looks bad. And you're not going to run just normal. You have to run like an action star.
Right.
And the problem is that most people run awkwardly.
Yeah.
And no one runs as awkwardly on screen as Steven Seagal in this movie. It's like he's running through a patch of waist-high mushrooms that he's pushing aside as he's running, and he's moving them out of the way as he runs.
Yeah, those hands are kind of doing their own thing. The hands are his body's running, but his hands are like, "Hey, are we gently strolling?
Are we?
I want to be gently
They
strolling."
have some activity that they're doing that we're just not aware of. It's like they've almost like removed through CGI the objects that are in his path.
You know what I think it is? I think that his hands are aware of what the plot of the film is and are confused.
They're trying to escape. Maybe they're manipulating the chi and energy around him.
Yes. He has bad chi, bad energy because he's a murderer.
I am 100% sure that you can go on YouTube and watch him running because it is so awkward.
I believe that his hands know that he is also not above the law.
Yeah.
They're trying to escape his body.
Right.
But he is above the law. He's so above the law that when they take his badge and gun, his cop friend is like, "Did they take your pistol? Here's another one. Like, have this one." There are so many great Chicago accents in this movie.
Oh yeah, this has got great Chicago. Like, there's a tradition. If you shoot in Chicago, you've got to have cops. There's like 2 or 3 guys that you'll see. Like, I recognize these guys from like the movie The Fugitive. And these guys are just classic Chicago character actors that are great to see whenever they pop up. It's like, oh, they definitely filmed in Chicago. There's these 2 guys.
And I love them. I found them delightful. Did I know how they were related to Nico Toscani and part of the plot? I did not.
Unnecessary.
I did not know.
Unnecessary.
The only person
can I just ask a question though about like this is in connection with the running scenes, right? So there's that scene. He chops the dude's hand off, who dies, and then he's running. His hands are running differently, and then he finds the guy on the ground. He's extracting information by kicking him. Then another dude, a big guy walks up to him, and they have this strange interaction, which I was just like, what was the point of this moment in the movie? He just knees him and then keeps walking. I didn't get it. I didn't understand.
That's got to be a Steven Seagal generated moment to where he just wants to take down this really big guy. No story reason. Yeah.
No story reason, yeah.
And again, just kind of show off his different tools for taking down this really large big guy.
Yeah, that makes sense. It was just such a weird moment for me. And I was like, what is going on? I don't understand.
It was not necessary. It was not necessary.
Speaking of not necessary, there's a moment I have to call out where the gang is all cornering him in a parking garage. They're all in there, and King Mullet is like, "Can we wrap this up? I'm getting hungry."
King
and
Mullet.
I was like, this is the realest moment in the whole movie.
You and me both, brother.
Yeah. I would also like to wrap this up. And then he does the whole, like you already mentioned it, Dorian, but he does the whole Bond villain speech in reverse.
Right.
Which I learned recently Bond villains don't actually do. But we like to call it a Bond villain speech anyway. But he does it in reverse. He tells the plot to the waxy man. Yeah.
Our hero tells the whole plot to the villain.
Right, exactly. And that's the moment Dorian was talking about where it's like, oh, thank God, because I was very confused.
So lost. So lost. I know they had showed me a senator at some point. Why? I can't tell you.
Yeah, because he was like, I still don't know. He was like going after their arms dealing, drug smuggling, both.
Well, they blow up a church, and that
They do
really
blow
seems
up a
to,
church.
that does seem to upset him. And it's
Yeah.
C4, so it's like, okay, these guys got to be professional, you know.
Right.
Which I feel
Right.
like I let me check. I feel like that's a residue of Lethal Weapon because they made a big deal with that. Lethal Weapon was 1 year earlier, and they really made a big deal of the professional use of C4.
Right.
Yeah, and honestly, like that's when the movie worked the best in terms of just seeing like the carnage of all the people and being in the hospital, and it got a little more real, and so we had a little more momentum for him to be above the law. But then we kind of get into that jangly mess of various scenes.
Right. Yeah. And there's a lot of big confrontations at the end. Like there's more than just one big confrontation at the end. He does drive a guy out of a parking garage and then leave the car dangling. He just gets in any car he can find and like
and honestly, I felt like that scene had a lot more. They should have ended the movie in that scene. It had a lot more. Yeah,
in the confrontation. Yeah,
it had a lot more energy, a lot more stakes than the scene in the actual ending where he's tied up and then just quickly kills everyone.
He so quickly, and I read that he really like broke his nose in that scene and just like iced it so he wouldn't get a black eye and like continued filming. Which like okay, that's pretty tough. Steven Seagal, like good for you. That's you know, pretty legendary. But I like the scene in the parking garage where he's taking on like 50 guys at once. He's just like, I've had enough. I'm going to take on 50 guys at once and I'm going to drive at them with my car and drive at them with someone else's car and drive out the parking garage in someone else's car. But then at the end, like I feel like he wanted to bust out of zip ties. Like Steven Seagal was like, you know what would be great? I can bust out of zip ties. Little zip ties. Not full size zip ties. Little zip ties.
Professional grade zip ties.
Yeah, I can bust out of those and kill everyone all at once.
So
and they were like, okay.
On the note of him breaking his nose and just muscling through it, the last movie we covered, Never Say Never Again, with Sean Connery, Steven Seagal was his martial arts trainer, and apparently Connery got a little cocky, and Steven Seagal said, "Oh, you want to see what real martial arts is like?" And he basically flipped Connery and broke Connery's wrist, and Connery just muscled through the whole shoot with a broken wrist, thanks to Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal, am I wrong? Does he suck?
Not only does he suck, but if you do, celebrities complain about who is the worst celebrity, and it's almost all Steven Seagal.
Yeah, it's always Seagal. In fact, he's on like the top 10 list of like worst SNL hosts that have ever been. Just because he takes himself very seriously,
and two, he has totally banana pants ideas.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And I only know like the absurd stuff about him. Like I don't really know any facts, and I don't want to know any facts. Like I'm not here to do research about like what the real Steven Seagal is like. But I don't know anything about him except for all the like really absurd stuff like the SNL stuff and like
and then where he is now to basically he just wants to sit in a rolling chair doing martial arts as they CGI the background.
Yeah. Which is, you know, the retirement he deserves, I guess. Okay. So I'm already like I took so many notes. I really did, but they're all gobbledygook. they're really
Mhm.
it's me trying to figure out the plot
Yes.
and not being able to figure out the plot and being like, okay, it's drugs. No, it's not drugs. It's C4. No, it's not C4. It's an assassination plot against the priest. No, it's not an assassination against the priest. It's assassination plot against the senator's assistant. No,
Right.
that was just what.
Just
No,
one
that
guy.
wasn't it either.
Yeah.
And I you know, oh, there's a Japanese hacker lady at some point who
Yeah.
who hacks into the CIA mainframe for him.
At one point, Sharon Stone leans over to Steven Seagal and goes, "Why did we go to church?"
Yeah.
So I think there's a little more commentary in this film than we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Let me just reiterate that it is just great to watch Pam Grier and anything she does in this movie.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like you don't want to talk about how great Pam Grier is because the rest of the movie is so bananas.
But she really gets to be an actual police detective. She's not sexualized. She is full on his partner in this movie, and she gets a lot of screen time.
Yeah.
There are several moments though where men approach her and are like, "Hey, you're a sexy lady," and she has to be like, "I'm also a badass cop," and they're like, "Okay, we'll leave you alone." At the barbecue at his house, she comes walking up in like a nice outfit, and this one guy's like, "Oh, she could arrest me anytime, bada bing," and it's like, stop sexually harassing your friend, like. But I guess that's just how you greet.
But it's the 80s, and I'm Italian,
and he was above the law as well. I mean, there are so many people that are above the law in this movie, except for Pam Grier.
Yeah, agreed.
Pam Grier who gets shot and is like, "Don't tell me what to do. I'm still going to be part of this case, even with my arm in a sling." But yeah, no, Pam Grier is the breath of fresh air that this movie needs, and
doesn't deserve.
Sharon Stone, who is just beautiful and doesn't get to do much acting in this movie besides holding a fake baby. Who's like,
if you want to see another early Sharon Stone before she's a star and she is having to slum it, see the Alan Quartermain movies by Canon Film with Richard Chamberlain. Oh my God, she is like a crazy like Willie Scott character, the leading lady in Richard Chamberlain's very off-brand Indiana Jones movie.
Oh, I love it. I will definitely check that out. Because I love Sharon Stone. I think she's great, and I continue to think that she's great. In all the bonkers banana pants, in that one she did with Bob Odenkirk, where she's the bad guy and he's like just it's called Nobody. I think it's Nobody too. And she's just like so over the top. I'm like, yeah, you work, Sharon Stone. Get out there and do your thing. I want you in an eye patch, chewing up scenery. That's what I want. That's what I want for you. Okay, so on a scale of 1 mullet.
Oh my God.
10 mullets.
We can't judge. The mullets are distracting me. I'm judging it off of the quantity of mullets.
Yeah, there's a lot of mullets. Okay, how many mullets do you give above the law? And I feel like we've been at this 40 minutes. I'm not sure we talked about the movie at all. Like, I've never felt more incomplete. But
I'm going to give this movie 10 mullets for two reasons. Yeah. One, if you have 10 mullets around you can't see anything. So therefore, everything is obscured. This movie was obscured by all the mullets.
But you think this is a 10 mullet movie?
No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Okay. No, I'd give this movie a 4 out of 10 mullets. I mean, if we are judging the quality of the film and the plot and the ability to follow it, I'll give it a 5.
Those are knocks against it.
Yeah.
I will give it a 5 because Pam Grier.
Yeah.
That's exactly my rating. I was gonna give it a 4, but I give it a 5 because Pam Grier. Like that's
100%. That is exactly my rating as well. It is a 5 because of Pam Grier. And honestly, like Steven Seagal, I feel does an admirable job. I wouldn't say it's great, but you have to put it in context of where this being his film debut. You know,
right. Yeah, and people saw this and were still like, no, let's do it again. Let's give him another go.
Let's give him another.
And I will say, like, if you've never seen Under Siege, one, it's a good movie. It's fun to watch. And he somehow, because I don't think that his acting has changed much, somehow they found that slot to put him in. You know what I mean? They found the place where he works, which, you know, they do with a lot of actors. Like, here's your wheelhouse. When you're inside of it, you're great. So, you know, don't Steven Seagal himself aside, the Under Siege products are pretty dang good.
Nice.
Okay, I'm still not going to see it, but I appreciate your recommendation.
Just going to see the Alan Quartermain movie.
Or at least, I mean, the Alan Quartermain movies are amazing. At least if you're not gonna see the Under Siege movies, maybe I shouldn't see them either. I don't know if they'll hold up in my own soul.
Yeah, I think you might be disappointed.
That's fine.
Oh my God, Henry Silva is in Alan Quartermain.
No!
What? That's probably where I recognized him from.
God.
Wow. So he was like, "Oh, Sharon Stone, welcome back. We've worked together before."
He's an interesting actor. He's almost kind of like Richard Montalban's evil brother.
I see that. Yep.
Yeah.
His face doesn't look real, and I hate that I'm commenting on someone's physical appearance in that way, but his face seems like a mask.
He looks like Skeletor.
He does. So speaking of recommendations, Dorian, we typically go in the order that we went for the rating. So since you jump in and went first, you get to do your deep cut recommendation.
I don't know how much of a deep cut it is, but
and it can't be Under Siege. You can't recommend Under Siege. I'm putting my foot down about that.
Hold on, let me pick something new. I'm kidding. It wasn't going to be Under Siege. No, I would have shout out. You'd mentioned talking about how great Pam Grier is in this movie. I'm shouting out Jackie Brown.
Yes,
as a great film, an amazing film, but also kind of falls into this 80s, 70s, 80s genre itself, but with the Tarantino flavor. And Pam Grier is amazing in that as well. So go get yourself some more Pam Grier.
Yeah, she is the standout of this movie, to be sure. What about you, Nathan? What is your deep cut recommendation?
So my deep cut recommendation is I actually took aikido for a semester.
Great.
Yeah, and so I'm not a great participant of sports or sports related activities, including martial arts, even though I've taken a couple. I remember definitely playing hooky, like driving a half hour to the actual school and then turning left when I should have turned right. And it's like, oh, that's the most amazing experience of just playing hooky. But still, the experience is good. And so I recommend either taking, it doesn't have to be a martial art, but something a little out of your comfort zone. It could be a yoga class or something physical if you're an indoor kid like me. And it does give you an interesting perspective and experience to draw from in the future, even though like I'm definitely like I'm in a chair pretty much all day long, but just having the experience of having taken aikido and some of those life experiences, I would recommend something like that.
I love it. That's great. I took some Krav Maga.
Okay, wow. Cool.
Yeah, which I loved, but then the pandemic put a stop to my learning. And it's been many years since the pandemic ended, and I haven't gone back. So, woe is me. I became a couch potato during the pandemic, and I aim to stay that way. So, I have 2 recommendations. One I'm really proud of because Pam Grier appears in one of my favorite movies. And as I watched, I realized that Chelsea Ross is also in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey with Pam Grier and Chelsea Ross are both in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey from 1991. So that is my official deep cut recommendation. But something else occurred to me while watching this movie is that in the end, when he is surrounded, just literally surrounded by enemies, and he takes them all out one by one, it reminded me of another movie I saw very recently where the hero finds himself in a room with 108 guys and he's got to try and kill them all with one bow and arrow. I would recommend Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
Just as a better movie.
Just as a better movie. And because I find that much like, what is the joke that men are always thinking about World War II, right? I've just been always thinking about The Odyssey since we saw it, and I can't get enough of the memes and stuff. Like, have you seen it yet, Nathan?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did you love it?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pro The Odyssey.
It's really amazing. Yeah, it's really amazing. And I just love all the little facts I'm learning about it and stuff. So that is my deep cut recommendation. And we'll see how many times I can recommend that over the next several months.
Just going to work The Odyssey into everything you're doing.
That's my plan. I'll find a way to recommend The Odyssey. Yeah. Okay, so all right, we're gonna do a little bonus content at the end, and we adapted my original question, which was, "What's your least favorite movie?" to "What's your least favorite movie of the movies we've done?"
Yes,
on the pod. So Dorian starts scrolling through our back catalog.
Yeah.
Wait, the question is, what is the
least favorite movie of the movies we've covered on the podcast?
Oh God, that may be impossible for me to answer.
That's our bonus content. So if you want that sweet, sweet bonus content, guess what? You got to become a member. You got to go to truestory.fm. You got to click on our little podcast, click on the little join us button, and become a member. For just a few bucks a month, you get every episode a week early. You get it ad free, and you get some extra special bonus content that we curate for you based on each movie. And it's a lot of fun. It's a little more time with the guest. It's a little more time with your hosts, and it's really fun. So do that. If you feel like supporting the pod without spending any money, of course, you know what to do. Like, rate, review, subscribe. Tell your local King Mullet, who runs the diviest bar you've ever seen, that you think he should listen to the most excellent 80s movies. And thank you so much for listening and being with us here at the end. Dorian, where can people find you and support your various endeavors? What do you want to plug?
You could find me at the same place you could find Krissy, the neighborhood comedy theater in downtown Mesa, where we're doing shows all the time. Come check one out.
Yeah, we got a show tonight. We got a show tomorrow night. We got a show Saturday night. We got shows poppin'. And as the saying goes, if you come and join us and you tell Dorian or Krissy that you are a listener of the most excellent 80s movies podcast, we will buy you a drink at the Sacred Pint.
That's right.
The Sacred Pint is the little pub in the front of the theater, and I will buy you a Sacred Pint. Stop in, see us in a show, figure out what my face looks like, and I will buy you a Sacred Pint. Right, Dorian?
Yeah. I will buy you a sacred pint. We'll buy you 2 sacred pints.
No, that's too many.
Okay. Well, they do half pours. So how about we'll buy you a pour and a half of sacred pint beer.
Perfect. Perfect.
They do have different beers. They're not just called Sacred Pint.
Yeah, they have
buy you a
wide variety
from Sacred Pint.
They have a wide variety. Nathan, where can people find and support your filmmaking?
SquishyStudios.com is probably the best place. I think I need to find a new website host provider at some point. Just need to, just been on an old platform for a while. Need to update the website. Anyways, that's been aside.
Yeah. Update that shit. And you can also find me on Gank That Drank, a supernatural drinking game, which is also a product of True Story FM, where we make up drinking game rules and play along to our favorite episodes of our favorite show, Supernatural. And once again, thank you so much. We appreciate you and we love you, and stick around for our bonus content. And when you're out there in the world, keep the most excellent 80s movies podcast motto in mind. Be excellent to each other and
party on,
dudes.
Wow.
I love that. Wow at the end. Yeah.
That's my Odyssey quote.
Wow. It sounds like a didgeridoo when we do it.
Right.